live in Chicago at the Cobra Lounge on November the 26th, 2024. So how'd they do? Have they grown? Let's think about this. Hey everybody, I'm Wayne, your metal professor, and I won't keep you in suspense. Have Dogma grown? Oh, you damn betcha. First, the quick and dirty version of the review, and then we'll get to the details. Quick and dirty, they slayed. That's all there is to it. The crowd was completely into it, and yeah, that's the story. Is this the same band? It is the same band, but yet not, because they have grown so much since they started their Latin America tour to the end of the US tour. Okay, now, the details. First, the venue, the Cobra Lounge. Tiny stage, man, tiny. I mean, it's not like we who were right up against the stage were taking bets to see if the two prints that flanked Dogma on either side would clear the ceiling. But we were wondering, and they did, no problem. They fit with a good inch and a half, even to spare. The opening band, Bullet to the Heart, is a Chicago regional outfit. I'd never heard of them, but I'm glad I have now because they were damned good. Bullet to the Heart, if you have a chance to see them, I encourage you to do it. I'd love to show you some footage of Bullet to the Heart, but I have very little usable video, meaning video with audio that is usable, because well, one reason is I was just so close to the stage that I was constantly having to, I know, too close to the performers. What a problem to have. God damn it. But that's how it was. And also the microphone on my phone sometimes just shut down for reasons known only to it. So we'll have to make do with what I managed to scavenge. Now, Dogma played several songs in Chicago they had not played in Lima, Peru, when I saw them in July. Like a Prayer, obviously, Band, Be Free, The Dark Messiah, and an instrumental medley of metal classics. Now, some of these they had done on latter dates in the Latin America tour and had done on previous United States dates, but this was the first time I'd been exposed to them. And as noted, all the performers have really grown into their stagecraft. Abrahale got an actual drum solo. That's not something you see much of anymore, and let's be honest, most people don't miss it unless they're drummers, because most drum solos are, I'm sorry, boring. Peter Criss on 100,000 Years on Kiss Alive, the solo lasts 100,000 years. You know what I'm saying. But Abrahale's solo was not boring. It was varied. It was nuanced. It had loud parts and quiet parts. It was quiet. I mean, as quiet as you can get. It is drums, right? And she kept it up just long enough. So when Abrahale's drum solo was finished, you didn't want it to be finished. You wanted to hear more. Nicely done, Lady Abrahale. Nicely done indeed. Also, although my phone's audio sucked, it picked up drums pretty well, which is kind of odd. But because of that, I've become aware of nuances in Abrahale's drumming that I wasn't aware of before. I don't think it's because they were missing. I think I just wasn't aware of them, but I am now. Damn, she's good. I knew Abrahale was good, but she's even better than I thought she was. And when you think about it, really, Abrahale's solo, what better background for some Lilith on Rusalka action? Real quick, hey everybody, I'm Wayne, your metal professor. Already said that. Gosh, I hope you like this video. And thank you so much for choosing it from the millions that you could have chosen.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Man, that would help me out. All right, back to the stuff. Lamia. Lamia didn't miss a note all evening, as far as I could hear, and I listened for that stuff. She nailed everything, including, her showcase lead section in Carnal Liberation. let's note this. When was the last time you were at a concert and the audience got excited in advance about a guitar solo? There you have it. These performers are loved by their fans. And yeah, what you thought you saw happening in the background of Lamia's solo, you did see happening. And speaking of Rusalka, I got to speak with Rusalka for a little bit during the meet and greet before the show, and I talked with her for a few minutes after the show. And I should have talked with her longer, this close to going back to ask her about a specific topic. But I thought, no, I've taken enough of her time. I don't want to bother her anymore. But I should have.
Oh, stupid man.
Regarding Rusalka's performance, do I really have to tell you she killed it? I didn't think I did. I do, though, want to single out her performance on the song Be Free. Now, this is a ballad, and Be Free and Band, they started performing in, I think, some latter dates, some dates, of the Latin America tour. And there must be studio versions out there. Apparently, they exist on some CDs and some vinyl and some MP3 downloads, but there's no way to tell which ones. So I kind of wish marketing or whoever would get on top of this, because I'd like to have those songs, and I expect a lot of other people would too. But the reason I bring this up is because it's a ballad, and Rusalka has a really good solo. Among the pantheon of great guitar solos is Brad Gillis's solo on Night Ranger's power ballad, Sister Christian. Now, is it a bold claim to say Rusalka's extended lead break in Be Free is as good as the lead break in Sister Christian? It is a bold claim, but I'm tempted to make it. Rusalka and Lamia, of course, went back and forth with the lead breaks all evening. They did a really good job. Let me see, what else? There's got to be something else about Rusalka. Oh yeah, she interacted with the audience a lot more than in Lima. Nixie. She and Abrahel coordinated just as well in Chicago as they had in Lima. The bass and drums solidly kept this metal beast grounded as it thrashed and roared against whatever fucking metaphor I'm trying to make here. Anyway, they did great, and I don't have to tell you how well Nixie plays bass. I do, though, want to emphasize what a great communicator she is. The only one who speaks from the stage, I do that like she's over there. Lilith, hey, how you doing? The only one who speaks from the stage is Lilith. But Nixie doesn't have to say a word. Without saying a word, man, she worked the crowd like crazy all night. It's not as though Nixie wasn't animated during the Latin America tour, because she was, but she, like everybody, had seriously upped her game by the time they got to Chicago. Oh, and lest you think that Lilith and Rusalka were the only bonus.
It's hot in here. Must be summer. It's hot in here. Must be summer.
From the moment the guitars kick in Forbidden Zone, we see this Lilith is the same woman, and yet not the same woman that we saw on the Latin America tour. Man, she has grown. Check this out. This is the opening guitar moments of Forbidden Zone in Lima and then in Chicago.
She is my mentor, and she's who I wanna be. She is my mentor, and she's who I wanna be.
Ferocious. Lilith has really grown into her role as frontwoman. And vocally, as far as I could tell, she nailed everything without a problem. I think she even hit that octave near the end of Forbidden Zone. That, unfortunately, is one of those places in which my phone's audio was not doing what it should do. Well, I haven't played for you, but she did not hit that octave in Lima, and there are previous U.S. dates on which she has not hit that octave. Not because she missed it, but because she was just being more careful and didn't go for it. Well, she went for it in Chicago, and she hit it. The song Be Free, the ballad we mentioned a little bit ago, also, it is a ballad, and there is nowhere for a singer to hide in that song, and Lilith didn't need to. She went, what's the expression, balls out. God, that sounds crude, so I'll probably keep it in. And she did the song justice. Now, there is an idea that goes around that Dogma are very strictly controlled in their interactions with the audience. And I have to say, if that is the case, someone was not doing a damn good job of it in Chicago. Here are just a few of Lilith's interactions. Here's Lilith talking with a birthday boy.
Happy birthday!
There was a really good guy named Bob who is just to my right in front of the stage, and here's some video of Lilith spitting a mouthful of, I think, energy drink into Bob's face. I thought I got Bob's face when the liquid hit it, but clearly I didn't. Lilith here responds to the question of what tequila she would like.
What type of tequila?
Anyone, anything.
Okay, the cheapest tequila.
And finally, here's Lilith with her boot on Bob. Oh, Bob, you lucky son of a... It had to be spontaneous. It absolutely did. Unless Bob has been following them around for Lilith to put her boot on all over the continent. I'm going to email him just to check that out. And here are a few more instances of Lilith talking to the crowd.
Okay, sinners, we have a new gospel for you. Do you want to hear it? Yeah! How badly do you want it? Yes! I want to feel you burn with me on this one. Sing with me. It's fucking hot. Beg harder.
So nobody seemed held back, Lilith or anybody else, during the performance. And now, obviously, I don't know what happened before the performance or before the meet and greet. But okay, actually, I kind of do, because I got there during the sound check for Bullet to the Heart, and Dogma did their sound check after that. And for a lot of Dogma's sound check, I was in the lobby, I guess, talking with Ian DeLeo, the band's primary manager, and he didn't seem at all concerned with what was happening in the other room. Not that he seemed like he didn't care. He just seemed to have full confidence the ladies had things under control, as indeed they did. And the meet and greet, right? Everybody had their spiel, of course, you know. But I also got to exchange several sentences with each person, and there was no hesitation in their responses, except the usual kind, you know, when you're talking and someone asks you a question and you're like, what is the answer? Well, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, but So that was the meet and greet, and then the show was great, and I don't know what happened after the show. Well, okay, I kind of know that too, actually, because after the show, as mentioned, I talked with Rusalka for a little bit, and, Ian DeLeo was around there somewhere, but he was on his phone doing whatever managers do on their phone after gigs. I have no idea what that is. So before, during, and after the performance, as far as I could see, there was no indication of draconian restrictions, or any restrictions really, on how the band interacted with the audience. Could be wrong. That's just what I saw or didn't see. So for what it's worth, there you go. But anyway, yeah. A lot of interaction, a lot of give and take, very nice. My only criticism of their concert in Lima, if you see my review of that, was there was no stage banter and there was no interaction with the audience. Well, clearly that was not the case in Chicago. And the crowd loved it. In fact, the crowd was so into this performance that it was heartwarming. Screaming, singing along, even crying. Isn't that cool? But don't lay on the stage, kids. Please don't do that. Plenty of stage banter, plenty of interaction. There was a real give and take, right? From the performers to the audience, back to the performers, and that's the kind of thing that makes a great show. And it was a great show. It wasn't just good, it was great. I could not ask for a better concert-going experience. Now, the only complaints I have are that there were too many tech glitches. Still, these seem to have to do mostly with in-ear monitors and, wireless instrument systems. That kind of thing. One song, though, was halted just moments into it, and I've been told by others who were at the Chicago show it was Pleasure and Pain. I didn't think it was, but maybe it was, and if it was, they restarted it because I do have the ending of that song on video from Chicago. But no one is quite sure why they stopped it. I thought it was because Lilith had just taken the aforementioned shot of tequila, so maybe had, a throat thing going on there. Other people have said that maybe the synth backing tracks were out of alignment or something. I don't know. Was the song Pleasure and Pain? If so, why did they stop?
The world may never know.
So yeah, great show, and I cannot wait until I see this band again. But Wayne, you say, when will that be? I do not know. But we know they have 4 gigs confirmed for 2025. Bangers Open Air Festival, May 2nd in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Wacken Open Air in, oddly, Wacken, Germany, probably July 30th or 31st. Legends of Rock, early in August in Alicante, Spain. And Bloodstock Open Air on August 7th in the United Kingdom. Given that the first of those big open air festivals is on May 2nd, well, when I asked the band in interview questions where they'd be playing next, they said they didn't know where they'd be playing next. The key, is the word next. If the first big festival is on May 2nd, we may infer, I think fairly confidently, they will be playing somewhere before May 2nd. Don't know where, but I think it's a good bet. Also, and thank you to the folks at the We Are Dogma subreddit. Great site. Go check it out for this bit of information. Inside the CD case of, I guess, some newer runs of the CD, there is a strong indication that Dogma will embark on a world tour in 2025. So cross your fingers. Let me say, too, these big open air festivals, man, I hope these are good exposure for the band. I hope they make millions of new fans. That having been said, I am going to go see this band in clubs while we still can, because I like that up-close experience. And that's what I have. Thank you for watching. Do I need to tell you again that you guys are awesome? I do? You're awesome. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.